Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if it's your first time here, you are so welcome. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. Like, I really appreciate you. Okay, so I want us to look at some of the businesses you can start in Africa in 2023 and make a lot of money. Okay, so I don't want to waste your time because time is money, of course. So let's get to the first one. Okay, so if you are moving to Africa and you're wondering, what can I do to make money? This is something that can earn you a lot of cash. Start the importation of cars to Africa. You know, these used cars abroad, if you can ship them to Africa and sell, you are going to make a lot of money. Let me tell you how it works. There are websites that you can actually go there and buy cars and import them into Africa. And you can get a car for maybe 1,000 or $2,000 to import into Africa. And when you, maybe the shipping fee will be like 500 US dollars, the shipping fee. And when it gets here, you have to clear like the custom fee, which is maybe 500 US dollars as well. Or if it's too much, 700. It depends on the people you know. Okay, when it's finally into the country and you want to sell this car, trust me, if you spent about $3,000 or $4,000 to import this car, you are going to end up selling the car for about 8,000. This is how much money people are making. It depends if you have the capital. If you have the capital to do this kind of business, like, you don't need to stress yourself a lot. You just sit and wait patiently. When your cars are here, you sell and you sit quietly. Like, this one is very legit. If you have the capital to do this kind of business, you are going to make a lot of money. So that's the business number one on our list. Moving on to the next one. Today we are talking more about used items. Okay, if you can import like used phones, you know, these used Samsung phones, Google Pixel, used iPhones into Africa, you can make so much money. I don't know about the prices over there, but it will shock you that in Africa, somebody will pay the same price you are paying to get a new one abroad, but here they are paying to get the used one. So if you can like get somebody to sell, I don't know if you can get a market over there where you can get like these used phones to sell here in Africa, you are going to make a lot of money. Actually, when I will go to Dekong, there is a store here in Lome where they sell it, and I will show you guys. It's always full. Like, people are fighting, like people are scrambling to buy, because this guy is like a wholesaler. He has somebody abroad who is shipping these phones to him, and you need to see how people are fighting to collect these phones to go and sell. You know, at the end of the day, they might sell and gain about $20, $30, but it depends. There are people that will be fighting to buy these phones. When they buy them, if you can buy like 5 used phones for a day, you go and sell and gain about $20 each, you are already making 100 in a day. That's how much people can make here in Togo with used phones. So if you can do this, you can make a lot of money here in Togo. Yeah. So the next one we are going to look at is building materials. You guys already know, like, Africa is growing so fast, rapidly. People are building left and right. I mean, people are building. There is no day, like, every corner people are building. So if you can start a building material shop, you'll make a lot of money. A lot of money. And let me tell you something, people are always going to buy, because of course people are constructing their homes everywhere, every second, every minute. Even on Sundays, you can see bricklayers, you can see these people building, and you know, there is non-stop. It's non-stop, especially here in Togo. Like, the city is fast growing, and you know, people are trying to build. I don't know about abroad, but here people are building every second. Like, if you can start a building material shop, you can end up making a lot of money, because it's something that is like, the demand is high. You know, if you can sell it, a lot of people are going to buy, and you know, you can end up making a lot of money. I know it takes a lot of capital to start something like a building material shop, but you know, you end up making a lot of money as well. If you are dedicated, you can make a lot of money. I know of a guy who had a shop like this, and in less than 5 years, he was able to construct a story building for himself. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a very good one you can do to make some extra cash. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, let's talk about car spare parts. everybody in Africa these days, everybody is trying to get cars, and a lot of people cannot really afford to buy like brand new cars, and they end up buying like spare parts a lot, because buying a brand new car here in Africa is very expensive. It's very, 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 very expensive. So everybody buys like the used ones. Let me say you are driving in the street of Lomé, you'll see about maybe 5 new cars. I don't even think you'll be able to see 5, because everybody is driving the used cars from Europe and America. So if you can sell like the spare parts, you end up making money, because every day they are taking these cars to the garage to fix them because it's getting spoiled and stuff like that. Today they have this issue, the engine has an issue, the tire and stuff like this. So if you can sell like car spare parts, you end up making a lot of money as well. Yeah, this is a very good business that if you have the capital, you can venture into and you can make a lot of money. These businesses, these items are not perishable. Even if it's in 5 years, you can still sell them. So these ones are very good ones that you can do and make a lot of money. Okay, so let's move to the next big thing. If you can start like a real estate business, this is something that you are going to have regular customers and you are going to constantly make money. So you can get yourself a plot of land and build like rooms and parlors, or single rooms or apartments and stuff like that, and you put them on rent. And you can just go and sit on one corner and be collecting your house rent every month. So this is something that a lot of elderly people tend to do. Like they will build like homes and people are renting. Young people are relocating into the city like every day, and they're always looking for places to rent. So with a fast growing population as well, it's very difficult to see a house without people renting it, except the house is super, super expensive. But if you can build like affordable rooms or studios, studios and apartments for people, you are going to make a lot of money, because it's always in demand. It's especially, let's say you try to make it look a little bit posh, like clean and stuff like that. People are going to rent. People are going to rent. And even if you are not interested in renting these apartments to people, you can as well go ahead and equip the house and use it like I don't know, like a guest house, where people can come and stay for a short while and leave. And these equipped homes are very, very expensive. Very, very, very expensive. So these are some businesses that you can really venture in Africa, especially if you have the capital, and you end up making a lot of money. Yeah. So let's move to the next business idea. These ones, like, let's talk about supermarkets in Togo or Africa in general. Where I live, we don't have a lot of supermarkets, and mostly Lebanese people are the ones running the supermarkets here in Togo. So if you can set up a supermarket here in Togo, you are going to make a lot of money, because personally, I like buying certain things from the supermarket, but they thought of, I don't know, like driving about 30 minutes or 1 hour to go and buy. It turns me off. So like they have very few supermarkets. If you have the money, if you have the income to set up a supermarket here, you can make a lot of money. To be sincere, you can make a lot of money. Okay, so let's move to the next one. Let's talk about processed foods. Okay, if you know how to preserve food, I don't know, maybe in dry powder forms and maybe export them, you can make so much money. I came across a video of a lady who does like processed dry mangoes and she exports them. And I was shocked, like how much people are demanding this mango, because I was like, it's not possible. How can you eat mango, dry mango? I didn't know it's something. I didn't know it's a thing, but it's a thing. Like people are drying mango and selling. So there are seasons here in Togo where mango becomes like very, very cheap, and you can get a lot and dry them. And when you dry them, you can store them for a very long time, even a year or two. So if you can process maybe these mangoes, vegetables and stuff like that, and you have like a plug overseas that you can contact them and maybe do business with them, you can make a lot of money as well. Yeah. So moving on to the next one, let's talk about the exportation of food from Africa to Europe and America and other countries. So if you have people overseas that you can like export, let's say red oil, cassava, beans, and all these things, you can end up making a lot of money because it's so expensive over there. And I know a lot of people who talk about these things, but they, I wish I knew someone that I can really like buy these things and send to them to sell, because they tell me if you want to buy like one cassava over there, it's like 3-4 US dollars, but here you will get a bunch, like a lot for like 1 USD. Can you imagine? So here is very, very cheap, and if you have a block over there that can really sell for you, you can end up making a lot of money like exporting these items. Yeah, let's move to the next one. Okay, here in Togo they produce a lot of soya beans, and Chinese people are always here to buy soya beans. So if you have like a warehouse and you can buy tons and tons upon tons of soya beans and store them to sell, you will make a lot of money, because when they are harvesting soya beans, usually a bowl in the village is about 400 or 500 francs. But when it becomes like dry and they are no longer harvesting, it's like 1,300 francs. Can you imagine? Like the price multiplies. So during harvesting season, if you have enough money to buy the soya beans and store, not only soya beans, even corn. Like the last time I bought corn, it was like 2 months ago. I bought corn, it was 500, and now it's 800. Do you see the difference? So when they are harvesting in Africa, if you have the money to buy a lot of these crops, corn and soya beans, and store for like a couple of months, and you sell them, you are going to make a lot of money. You just need to get buyers. Let's say you have you are in contact with these Chinese people that are always coming to buy them. You will make so much money. We are talking a lot of money like once. Yeah, so if you can buy these grains and store them, and in return sell them like in a couple of months, you can make so much money. Yeah, so these are the businesses that I've been hearing about, and you too can also try it. Okay, moving on to the next one, let's talk about cars again. Okay, so there are people here in Togo that we import like cars and they don't sell them. Instead, they are renting these cars to people. Like, let's say you want to go somewhere and you know how to drive, you can just go there and rent for a day. Guess how much? 25,000 francs for a day. That's 50 US dollars for a day to rent a car in Togo here. So just imagine you have like 10 cars and you are renting them on daily basis. Because if you have good cars, good looking, nice looking cars, people are going to rent them every single day. Every single day. So this is something that can make you a lot of money, and of course you don't need to stress yourself. I know this one has like risks. What if they crash the car and stuff like that? But there is no business out there without risks. So these are some of the businesses that people are doing in Togo, and they are making a lot of money. Actually, I will start doing videos with them. Like I will go where they are renting the car so that you guys can see. Yeah, and yeah. These are some of the businesses you can do and make money in Africa in 2023. So if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time. Bye.